X in my name is not just a symbol or a target sign. A spell that attracts all who spit facts online all the time. Can you see it? All the ones who drag my name every single day. Can you see it? Can you see it? Can you see it? They keep saying you don't have what it takes to carve out your own name underneath the shadows of gods. And I keep waiting for the day disbelievers say I flew way too close to the sun. I wait, but it never really comes. The X in my name is not just a symbol or a target sign. A spell that attracts all who speak facts online all the time. The X in my name is not just a symbol or a target sign. A force that compels all to rebel from all that shackled minds. Why do they just stand there against when they fall from the battles I have overcome? You feel it, feel the cope and the seething tone that they make while I stand up, man among gods. And I keep thinking with my mill, shooting ropes in my cold that faces towards the sun. They hate, but I'm sitting comfy with their mom. The X in my name is not just a symbol or a target sign. A spell that attracts all who speak facts online all the time. The X in my name is not just a symbol or a target sign. A force that compels all to rebel from all that shackled mind. The X in my name is not just a symbol or a target sign. A spell that attracts all who speak facts online all the time. The X in my name is not just a symbol or a target sign. A force that compels all to rebel from all that shackled minds. It's you and me, your mom, it's me. I'll take another hit from my name. You'll see now, watch me right now, punch your face now. Show you how.
Good afternoon, everybody. I honestly could probably say good evening. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back, everybody. It's so good to see all of you here. Prancing Goldfish, Pinto Hop, Wingo, good to see you. Levy, Pinto Hop again, talking in chat. You are a talkative motherfucker. Glad to see it, though. I like seeing talkative motherfuckers in my chat. Young Trey 100, welcome. I Drink Drano, good to see you. Xbot 13, hello, hello. Nessingwary, I hope you're having a good one. Versus, what's up? Delancer, hello. Denizen 6, how are you? Spency, good to see you. Transgender Girl 420, what's up? Insert Creative User, how are you? Megamania, welcome back. Hello, guys. You're drinking weed? That's not possible. You're lying to me. That's not a thing people can do. Drink weed? That's not real. There's weed soda? I don't believe you. Prove it by giving me one and letting me drink it. Zan, you run an FF14 free company, right? Yes, I do. Actually, speaking of FF14, if you guys play FF14, all I need, then you know what I'm talking about, and I just need to say this, and you'll know it's good news. The Baby Shark bands have been kicked out of Limsa. They are no longer free to spam Baby Shark on their instruments in the middle of Limsa, annoying everyone. However, this guy has taken their place. Everyone could hear this, by the way. Everyone could hear this, and this motherfucker got the name Smoke Detector. Like, has reserved that name and spends their time playing a flute at the exact note that a smoke detector does, and just sits there in Limsa doing that all day to annoy the fuck out of people. This is posted by, a Twitter account called Aether Cryptids. It's funny as fuck. Bro's so fucking committed to the bit. That's the thing about FF14. There are people who have characters that are just ridiculously in character all the time. And they've got like a whole gimmick, they got a whole name for it, and they only ever play their character. But it's to a ridiculous degree. I respect the commitment for sure. For sure. Absolutely. I thought you were going to cover the segment I donated yesterday. Well, I definitely can't. Well, it was the day before yesterday, Slashy. I didn't stream yesterday. We definitely can cover that segment, though, if I've got time. I think I'll have time today. Yeah, Sega union busting? We can cover that. I think I'll have time for it today. Thank you for reminding me, Slashy. Find a good link, like the best video or article that covers the situation that you can find, and just have that on hand so when I'm ready for it, you can drop it in the chat. Well, I hope you guys are all having a good day. Nearly 200 people watching right now. Welcome. Hope you guys are liking the lighting today. I decided I'm just going to stick with the green for just today. I really like the green. I think tomorrow I'll do blue. Who knows? I'll have you guys vote on it tomorrow, but today I'm vetoing any potential Democratic vote, and we're going with green. I like it, though. I think green is the best one. This is what I fall asleep to. I set it to a 1-hour timer, so after an hour, it'll turn off. So, you know, it's not going all night, wasting electricity. And I fall asleep to this. It's really nice. It's very pleasant. I fall asleep to red. Red is nice, too, to fall asleep to. It has a cosmic look. It's really good. Yeah, especially with the stars. Like, it looks more, I don't know, mystical. You could say it's a mix between space and magic, is the vibe it gives off. Yes, very ethereal. Oh yeah, we're gonna get into that fish sneeze. We're gonna get into it. Do fish sneeze? I'm actually curious. Is that a thing? Can they have nostrils? I've seen a lot of fish up close. They have nostrils. Do they sneeze? They don't sneeze. Okay. They don't? That sounds so weird. But yeah, fish have nostrils. Did you guys know that? If you look really close at some fish, I don't know if every type of fish does, but there are a lot of fish that have nostrils. Yeah, haven't you seen a fish with nostrils? Like this, they got those little holes. Yeah, they got sinuses and they sneeze. They get runny noses too. How else do fish get the suds? Like, you've seen SpongeBob. How else would it... One moment. One moment. One moment. Fiarl. Fiarl, thank you so fucking much for the $100 donation. Was that meant to be $10? Did you add an extra zero? Please alert me if you added an extra zero, because, hot damn, thank you. That is a big donation for a single person to send. Thank you so much. Said, there's a few fish that sneeze, but it's rare and depends on the species. That actually doesn't surprise me, because I wasn't joking about some fish having nostrils. Thank you for the $100, though. I really appreciate it. God damn, thank you so much. What a way to start out the stream. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Thank you so, so much. Slashy, thank you for the $5 donation. Thank you so, so much. I really appreciate it. Said, sending the best link for the Sega Union busting. And then you sent the link. Thank you so much, Slashy. But remember, that doesn't save anywhere. Whenever you donate to me, that message does not save anywhere. I have no way of bringing that back up again after I've read your dono. So hold on to the link so I can, like, pull it up whenever I've gotten to that segment, okay? Thank you, Slasher. I really appreciate it. Really, everybody, thank you so much for being here, and thank you for your support so far. To everybody who has supported me in any way. Remember, you guys don't actually have to send me a $100 donation to support me, though it would be really nice if you did. You can just drop a like. Hitting that thumbs up button over on YouTube actually forces YouTube to push my stream, my channel, and my videos into the recommended and the sub boxes of way more people, which means that my channel, my audience grows, my typical viewer count grows, and yeah, I like seeing that happen. It really does help a lot, and it's as simple as hitting that free thumbs up button over on YouTube. Sorry I'm late, Zan. I don't forgive you, TSW Shadow Wolf. I don't forgive you, and I never will. I'm sorry, but I can't. I can't let it go. I don't. It doesn't matter that you're a tier 4 sub. I just can't forgive you for being late. How could you do that to me? How could you personally choose to hurt me in such a brutal way? Hi, Mr. New Wave. Yo, first stream I made on time. Welcome, Nathan. Yeah, you haven't missed any segments yet. Let's go. I was at Walmart. Understandable, that is hell. Xander Hall, what if he gives another $100 in addition to doing another 6 months of tier 4? Well, then we'd have a lot of money and I'd have to put on a onesie. Pretty much, yeah. I'd have to put on a onesie because we'd hit $300, and that's also... That's what's entailed in the $300 goal when we hit that in the day. And we'd have a lot more money going to the moving and quail goal. Because, of course, on January 1st, my lease here ends. I've got to have found a new place and pretty much finalized having it. And I have to be moved in by January 1st. So you guys sending your financial support really helps a lot because, you know, I want to be able to afford a nice place in the backyard so I can do quail. Because I'm not going to be able to raise quail if I don't have the proper facilities for it, you know? Hi, Zan. Got my wisdom teeth removed yesterday. I'm really sorry to hear that. That really sucks. I hope you... I hope it wasn't too rough on you. I bet they prescribed you some pretty tough prescription painkillers. Raising quail sounds nice. Oh yeah, it's gonna be really fun. I'm super hyped. Oof, getting your wisdom teeth out sucks a lot. I got my wisdom teeth out back in 2019. They gave me a Vicodin prescription for, like, pain after I got them out. And I'd never done, like, an actual painkiller before. And whenever my prescription was out, I literally transformed into a different person for, like, 2.5 weeks while I was, like, detoxing from it, pretty much. I was just so irritable and mean. It really helped to relate to House in the Doctor Medical show House, because there's some problems with that show for sure, especially politically. But say what you want, Hugh Laurie did a damn good job of portraying what it is like to be in a constant fiend for Vicodin. He portrayed it accurately. It was not fun. I do not recommend getting any prescription opiates for the sake of pain killing if you get a surgery. I mean, it'll help with the pain, but honestly, in hindsight, I think I rather would have dealt with the pain. The pain would have gone away on its own faster than the addiction that you naturally will just get from taking a prescription of an opiate will give you, you know? And the more of a prescription you take, the longer you take it, the more addicted you get. I took it for like 2 weeks, right? So that's not even that much time. That's not that long. Like, if I'd done it for a month, it would have been at least twice as worse. If I had to do it for multiple months, like I had a broken leg or like a broken femur, and I was taking Vicodin for the pain, and that like had to heal for 6 months, and then I had to get off Vicodin, I would be a different person for a year afterwards, I bet. God. Problem is, they give you too much. Yeah, that's probably true. That is probably true. It's hard to tell how much is the pain that you would get, like, because, you know, your wisdom teeth are right about here on this side are where my wisdom teeth are. And then up here on the top. So, like, you get a deep pain all through here after you get your wisdom teeth out. And sometimes it'll, like, travel through your jawbone down here. You'll get sort of a dull, deep pain. It usually passes pretty quickly. I'll usually go to make it go away. Obviously, I don't feel wisdom tooth pain now. I mean, it's been years since I got them out. Now I don't feel anything. But I honestly did feel like soreness in where, like, the socket area where my wisdom teeth used to be whenever any type of pressure would be put down there for years after I got my wisdom teeth out. Now it's not a thing anymore, but for like 2 or 3 years afterwards, I still would feel some sensitivity in that area. Same bazooka horse, yeah. It was a whole, like, drilling and destroying the wisdom teeth in order to take them out shard by shard procedure for me. Yeah, it was a whole thing. It was a whole thing. They put me fully under. I don't remember a thing that happened. Apparently, I was somewhat conscious at some points of it, but I remember nothing. Like, I might as well have been dead for an hour while they were taking my wisdom teeth out. That is how little memory I have. I remember it as well as I remember not being alive, like, prior to when I was born. It's just blank gone, you know? Really puts into perspective how terrifying it must be to get roofied. If getting roofied is even a fraction as potent as that, holy God, does it have to be terrifying just to wake up from it? Really puts it into perspective. The fuck is a roofie? A roofie is, like, a colloquialism for, like, some type of, like, spiking someone's drink, like, drugging them to, like, usually with a sleeping pill, mixed into alcohol, which can be fatal, but almost always puts people to sleep, like, a deep sleep, knocks them out, like, sedative, could kill them, kind of puts them to sleep if it's too much. And, creepo rapists will do that kind of shit, like roofing women. Like, it's known to be a thing. Yeah, like date rape drug. Yeah. I think roofie is short for like Rohypnol or something. I might be wrong. Cardi B shit. Yeah, didn't Cardi B like roofie a guy at like or something like that? Yeah, it's fucked. It's why women ask other women to watch their drinks. Yeah, it's also why women will tend to, if they're smart, hold their drink like this at the bar. Even I do it. And I don't think anyone's going to try to roofie me, but, you know, it also helps to keep, like, a bug from getting into your drink, you know? That could always happen, especially if you're eating outdoors. You just kind of, let's imagine this is an open glass. You just kind of keep your hand on top of it. Like, imagine it's sitting on the table, especially when you're looking away. You can just kind of rest your hand on top of your drink when you're, like, talking to somebody or, like, whatever. And, no one's slipping shit past your hand. I've been told that that's overly paranoid, but, like, that's not too over the top, right? Like, I agree that a lot of people live in a bit too much fear that something is going to happen to them, and this varies based on the area. I hear gunshots through my, like, out my window every other week. You know, I live in a city. You know, so maybe I and many people who live in a similar situation to me know kinda, like have a different situation. But, like, probably 70% of Americans don't live in a place where the type of crime they're afraid of is likely. Most Americans live in the kind of places where property crime is very likely, like getting shit stolen out of their shed, out of their car is like the worst thing that's ever going to happen to them in their life, in that area, you know? But at the same time, something as simple as, like, looking behind you every once in a while when you're walking in the dark at night, even though attacks are more likely to happen during the day. You don't... It's nighttime, right? You're not surrounded by people. You're not in a crowd generally when it's nighttime and you're walking alone at night. So, like, it's not that paranoid to look behind you every once in a while. Make sure no one's stalking you. It's not paranoid to put your hand over your drink when you look away. Like, I think that, like, those TikToks you see where it's like a lady talking about how if you see a dollar bill in your windshield wiper, do not take it. This is a trap. It's like, okay, well, obviously, unless somebody's, like, dented your car and they, like, left you a 50, which would be pretty dumb because someone would probably take it. But, like, I don't know. Like, those TikToks are really over the top. I think it's fair to be careful. Most people who've had one of those 1 in a million horrific crimes happen to them thought that wouldn't happen to them, right? And they were living in sort of a blissful ignorance, thinking, that won't happen. That happens to other people and not me, right? And you don't want to be the person who thinks that and isn't prepared if something happens. Never take your eyes off your drink or leave your drink unsupervised? Damn right. My friend got spiked as a joke, so it's not too bad to be cautious. As a joke? That is not a joking thing. You can kill somebody with that. Have you heard of scopolamine? Xander Hall, friend of the family, got robbed and killed while traveling in Colombia after being drugged with it. Turns you into a zombie. Scary stuff. Dude, I really want there to be, like, an actual zombie drug that turns people into unironic zombies. Like, they die, and then their like, brain reboots, and that's how the overdose works. But, like, when you don't OD, it's the best drug in the fucking world. Because we would never in a million years have a successful zombie apocalypse, right? Like, the world would never fall to the undead. It would never in a million years happen. But it would be dope if zombies existed. That is the plot of iZombie. My mom likes that show. Oh, holy shit, I know what scopolamine is. Okay, yeah, no, I watched a documentary on this. It's literally a mind control drug. They get it from this flower, in South America, and you can, like, get some powder out of it, and it's literally like a mind control drug. Not exactly mind control, but you become very suggestive and loopy. It's super fucked. Oh, dude, okay, I think I can find a good video on this. South American mind control drug. You know for a fact that this fucking, like, flower was used by, like, shamans and, like, witch doctors and whatnot in South America in, like, ancient times to convince people magic was real and they could, like, mind control people and raise people from the dead. The people who were doing that kind of stuff were probably just really good, like, chemists who just figured out, huh, I can knock someone out into a deep sleep with this, like, poisonous berry if I dose it just the right amount in proportion to the weight. Okay, so, like, this amount puts a mouse to sleep without killing them. Let's scale that up and hope this works on a human test subject. And then once they've got it down, then you can practically put someone to sleep and then raise them from the dead. Here's a video. Devil's Breath. Yeah, it's called Devil's Breath. Devil's Breath flower. Will Vice copyright cuck me? I'm pretty sure they will. I have to find something that's not Vice. Yo, this person, like, did it to themselves on purpose, getting drugged on camera in Colombia using scopolamine. Dude. I'm trying to find a good video. Okay, maybe this is good. Teens using garden flower to get high. This is a news story about people using it to get stoned, apparently.
Say hi. He misses Tyler.
Did the dog get high?
Kathy Schutt also misses her son and had no idea that a violet flower commonly found in a garden might one day play a role in his death.
Every day I cry. Every day I miss him.
The 17-year-old from Westland died 3 months ago from complications he suffered when he tried to hang himself when he was 14 years old.
Within 10 minutes, 15 at the most, I went in his room and he was hanging.
Tyler survived, but because he lost so much oxygen to his brain, it left him a quadriplegic. The 8th grader who loved to play hockey could no longer walk.
This drug's
talk, or
dangerous,
feed
it
himself.
seems.
The hardest part for me was getting to know.
Basically, it's just a fucking powder. Yeah, it's in the Morning Glory family. I think you can make it out of Morning Glories. It's just a powder. And you can, like, brain scramble somebody with it. It's really dangerous.
Oh, a whole different Tyler.
Doctors told Kathy they found marijuana in his system and traces of another
Oh, no.
dangerous substance. Seeds from a Morning Glory flower.
Another dangerous substance. Good God.
I was shocked. I had never heard anything about it.
Tyler had the flower in his room and had sucked on the seeds to help him get an LSD high. A few months earlier, he had been caught smoking pot and was being treated for depression.
This looks like there's food in there.
Dr. Sanford Veeder, the medical director at Lakes Urgent Care in West Bloomfield, says the seeds can be deadly.
The more seeds that are ingested, the greater the dosage, and ultimately the lethal dose can actually be approached by taking too many of those seeds.
He says teens who use Morning Glory seeds and similar drugs always struggle to keep the high that they're on.
Coming back down off the drug, there can be a profound depressant effect that takes place.
Wait, Morning Glories? Those are so common. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's a little scary. I mean, you can make drugs out of poppies. Like, you can make cocaine out of cocoa leaves. You can make DMT out of, like, what is it? Like, lighter fluid and like tree bark from some kind of from like a tree in South America. Like like a lot of drugs are just shrooms. Like a lot of drugs are just from plants that you can make or farm, you know? Like yeah. Yeah, poppy seeds on like a bagel will get you flagged on a drug test. Yeah, a lot of people who have heroin in their system will say, "Oh, I ate a poppy seed bagel," to try to get out of you know, whatever issue that positive result might have caused. It's self-medication for psychiatric issues. If we treated people when they needed it, we could reduce these instances so much. Yeah, no, like that kid was self-medicating because he was depressed with marijuana primarily. And it seemed like do you guys want me to like guess what happened there? I'm guessing he was smoking weed to self-medicate for depression. And you can't really smoke weed without people noticing, especially your parents when you're a teenager. It's kind of smelly. It's kind of pungent. There's not really any hiding that very quickly. It has very obvious effects, and there's noise. A bong going, you coughing like that recognizable stoner cough. It's kind of hard to hide that, and so it's obvious that he'd been caught with it before. You can eat weed. The teenagers don't get to pick and choose what kind of weed they get. They're not going to the dispensary, picking out their favorite edible or their favorite vape. They're getting whatever their plug can get them, and it's probably going to be shitty flower. I bet he got caught with weed a bunch of times, and he resorted to the morning glory thing because it was something he could do that was far more hideable. They talked about how he was sucking on those seeds to get high. That was probably his alternative to be able to hide his self-medication from his parents. It's really sad. It's probably like what probably happened there is the sad result of parents like punishing their kids when they find out they're doing something to take care of themselves and a problem they have, instead of like trying to get to the root of the issue. I don't like speculating about that kind of thing, but that sort of thing happens very often. I think a lot of people who... I think the whole gateway drug mentality comes from the fact that so many other drugs are way easier to hide, right? Like, sure, maybe weed is a gateway drug in the sense that if you are like a complete square and then you try weed and start smoking weed, you've basically kind of taken a step into that world, and you're probably going to be a little more open to trying other more serious things than you were before. But I think that's a pretty rare scenario, right? I think that's... I don't know if that's really all that common. So many people smoke weed. There aren't really that many hardcore drug addicts, right? At least not as many people as there are weed smokers. So, I don't know. I don't know if the gateway drug argument is true. I think that a lot of people, or a lot of people who like teenagers is usually what the gateway drug thing is referring to, like older teenagers and young adults, probably get into weed. Weed is like one of the most loud substances you can consume, for lack of a better term. It's very obvious to everybody in your vicinity when you're high or getting stoned and stuff like that, depending on what you have access to, if you've got like vapes or edibles. And so surprisingly, more severe drugs, at least from my understanding, but barring a few exceptions, tend to be easier to do in secret, right? So if you're somebody who's in a situation where not even weed is something that you can get away with, then a lot of people like that might just graduate onto cocaine or graduate onto, God forbid, something that they can inject, because that's far less obvious than, you know, lighting up a bong or a pipe or a joint. Joe Rogan has literally rotted his own brain with DMT. I don't know if DMT really rots your brain, but I can see somebody taking so much DMT that it, like, turns them into a permanent space cadet, if that makes sense. I wonder... like, I've done DMT before. I'm honestly, despite the fact that every, like, experience I had with it was positive, I wouldn't do it again because it's really intimidating. No matter the fact that I never had a negative experience with it, I was always intimidated before trying it every time. And now that I've experienced it quite a few times, I feel like I can safely sort of, like, check that off the bucket list, you know? My drug experimentation is checked off the bucket list. I think I'm pretty happy with my weed. I would do DMT again, but it's so fun but so gross tasting. Yeah, to be real, a lot of the intimidation is actually the flavor. It's a very, like... It tastes like new car smell. I like new car smell. I inhale the fuck out of the smell of a new car. But imagine new car or new shoe smell, but overpoweringly flavorful and strong. And it just sticks in your lungs and your throat and in your mouth. So you can't really just, like, get the flavor out, you know? What the fuck? Who would eat that? You inhale it. You vaporize, like, this powder, the DMT powder, and like, DMT powder is, like, this sticky kind of, like, if you've ever seen freshly ground flour, where it's, like, kind of sticky, kind of sticks together, it's, like, off-white, a little bit yellow, like, that's what DMT looks like, and you put, like, a little bit into a pipe, and you superheat it with a blowtorch, because you don't smoke DMT, you vaporize it, like a vape. And you get it super hot, it vaporizes, and then you inhale the vapor. And the goal is to take one ginormous fucking hit. You want to inhale every last bit of it and hold it in your lungs for as long as possible. But the thing is, the second you finish your hit, and you're holding your breath and it's in your lungs, the world starts to change in front of you. Instantly. Instantly, the entire world... You're looking at it through a kaleidoscope. I wonder if there's probably visualizations. DMT visualization. I'll let you guys know how accurate this is. A lot of these tend to go too far. I'll pause it when it gets to the point that I made it to. So, look very closely, and you'll notice this the screen is a little warbly here. This is what you see at first. I'll press play, and you guys will probably get a fairly realistic demonstration of what it looks like when it's coming in. Yeah, this is pretty accurate. Yep. And you hear music. There's lots of, there's a lot of, auditory hallucinations. You hear shit. I hear music, like, loud whenever I tried it. This is pretty accurate. This is probably one of the most accurate representations I've seen. I've never gone this far. This is like you've taken 3 hits and broken through. This is... Let me get, like, a frame. This is roughly what I've experienced. And it's a lot more vivid than this. Like, video can't really get across what it's like. And a lot of it is a feeling as well. But that's a pretty good demonstration of what it's like. And there are people who claim that when they do a lot of it, they straight up enter another environment. Like, just straight up, they're in another place. They are seeing creatures and entities, and they are talking to things and having fucking adventures, and there's insane time dilation. Like, people claim that. I don't know how true it is, but, like, I could believe it, is the thing, though. I actually can believe it, based on the small amount I've done. I can see someone doing a lot of that and it just permanently fucking up their entire perception of reality. I can see that happening. So you didn't blast off Xander Hall? You should take 3 big hits for... You have to take 3 big hits for that? Yeah, I only ever did 2 big hits back-to-back, was my max. I never went for the 3. I was too scared to blast off. I didn't want to see the universe just peel away around me. My understanding of what happens when you do 3 hits and you blast off, or break through as they call it, is you straight up enter another fucking world. Reality goes away around you. There's no... You're looking around your room and everything's like hallucinating. Everything's like all hallucinatory. No, 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 no. You are no longer in your room. You are in another place. I would be so scared, damn. And the crazy thing is, DMT doesn't, like, make you stoned. Like, when, you know how when you get high, like, you're loopy and you're weird and it's a little bit like being drunk, where you're actually impaired? DMT lasts for 10 minutes. After 15 minutes, you are, like, 100% back to sober. But while you're on it, you're still there. You're not, like, drunk and loopy and, like, barely there or anything, unless you really take a lot. At least in my experience, I was still 100% there. I could have held a conversation. I wouldn't have liked to, but I could have held a conversation just fine. I could have, like, filmed a video describing what I was seeing just fine. Yeah, it was crazy. I wonder, I think there might be, hold on, let me see if I can find one of those, like, animated story videos about what it's like. I watched those videos before trying it, because I was, like, fucking scared. Let's see. DMT took Shane Mouse to the Infinite Void. Tales from the Trip by Comedy Central Animated.
And
This is almost, whoa, this is almost certainly copyrighted, but I'll play just a second of it, just a minute of it, to give you guys the idea of what I'm talking about.
Shot through a tunnel of fractals and lights. I landed in this computer chip city that looked very familiar.
Pretty much what you see, yeah. Yeah. Like, apparently you just go on a fucking adventure. That's how I got into politics, Xander Hall. Too much LSD pulled me away from reality. I was seeing a lot, so me discovering politics had to restore my relation to reality, and it saved my brain. Interesting fucking story. Thank you, Hero Shonen, for that backstory. God. Law, are you a lib? I do think that all hallucinogenic drugs should be legal. Like LSD, DMT, psilocybin. I'm sure there's more I can't think of right now. Should all be legal. Like 100%. They should be legal. T-Loss-A-Lot, thank you for the tier 1 gifted sub to Versus. I really appreciate that. Thank you for the $5. Very based and pog of you. Said WNG. I don't know what that stands for. Oh, guys. You know who's actually done a really good video on hallucinogenic drugs? My favorite video on hallucinogenic drugs. Thought Slime. I know. How dare I? How dare I be an unbiased YouTuber who's able to appreciate the content of somebody who has objectively wronged me. But, like, I will admit, this might be one of the best videos on all of YouTube about, like, psychedelics. I actually really like it.
Imagine there was a pill that made you more empathetic. Long-lasting things I said you shouldn't do. That's what I was talking about. You probably figured that out. This shit can seriously... Or quick note, anytime I tell a story about me taking a cat.
It doesn't change the Thought Slime... It doesn't change the fact that Thought Slime is insufferable. Thought Slime is still insufferable. However, they do make some pretty good content every once in a while. Or they did. This is an old video, but this video was good. I liked this video. This one was good. One of the better ones on the topic. Chat. As you all know, my preferred game as of late have been MMOs. I like other games, and I play other games and everything, but MMOs have become my go-to for like the last few years, I would say, because they have so much freedom for mass multiplayer and mass co-op. Something I've really, really tried to gravitate towards with games because I like playing games with my fans. A game where I can leverage my fan base into a fucking army, and I can physically see an army in the game of my own fans. That shit is dope. I love being able to physically see you guys in a game and like rally you together in an army and do like a raid boss in an MMO. That shit's dope as fuck. I can't do that in a lot of other games that have such limited multiplayer, right? So MMOs have been like what have really drawn me in. And lately, for most of my life, the MMO I played, the only MMO I really knew beyond surface level, was World of Warcraft. I played it for the first time all the way back in vanilla. Played it quite a few times throughout different expansions, though I was young, didn't have much money, couldn't afford the most current expansion pretty much ever, and could rarely afford much game time, so I was often just leveling 1 to 20 on like constant free-to-play characters, because that's how they did the free trial back then. I wonder if they still do it now like that. I don't even know. Yeah, I really liked World of Warcraft. I was a big WoW guy, still am. But fairly recently, my friends got me into Final Fantasy XIV, my first ever Final Fantasy game. I am now at the very start of Shadowbringers. I haven't started the first quest yet. I still have to level up all my role classes, so I can do the role quests in Shadowbringers. But besides that, I am almost ready to start Shadowbringers. I beat Stormblood, and I've seen the trailer for Shadowbringers. It's great. Really cool. However, I still love WoW the most. WoW is still where I belong. WoW is still what I call home. I want WoW to improve as much as possible based on the success of FF14. FF14 is currently the biggest MMO in the world. They have effectively dethroned WoW, for lack of a better term. Now, to be clear, there's no ill will between the two companies. Like, some of the high-level devs of World of Warcraft are seen publicly at Final Fantasy FanFest, the official, like, Final Fantasy XIV, like, festival event. They're, like, big fans of it. They're, like, they go up on stage and stuff. And on top of that, Yoshi P, the head guy at FF14, is notably a big WoW fan and has expressed he doesn't like seeing FF14 players comparing the game to WoW or shit-talking WoW, because if it wasn't for WoW, FF14 wouldn't exist. So they have like a very positive relationship, FF14 and WoW, and I like that. I like that it's not toxic, like they don't try to advertise against each other. They're not toxic towards each other in that way that you would assume two, like, competing MMOs would be. Which means that they're going to compete in the best possible way, trying to one-up each other in terms of quality, especially lately with WoW and how good the changes have been as of late. I'm pretty happy to see that. Recently, World of Warcraft had a really big announcement where Chris Metzen, the guy who originally created Warcraft and wrote the original World of Warcraft and its lore, has returned to the company. He is now the lead narrative guy at the head of WoW's development. And at BlizzCon recently, he announced that they, instead of announcing one expansion, they straight up announced 3. A trilogy of expansions called the World Soul Saga, which is basically going to wrap up the entire overarching story of World of Warcraft that was started back in, like, technically before Vanilla WoW, back in the RTS games. And it looks really, really cool. There's very clear inspiration they're taking from FF14, especially lately, and they've been listening to a lot of player feedback and making the game so much better. God, WoW is a lot of fun to play lately. Retail WoW, like modern retail WoW. And when the next expansion, War Within, comes out, the start of the World Soul Saga, I think I'm going to be creating a guild in World of Warcraft retail and trying to get a bunch of people in there, like a bunch of you guys in there. Like, I want to try to get as many of you guys in there as possible. I think it would be so much fun. They released a trailer at BlizzCon for the new expansion, and they emphasized that something quite different for World of Warcraft. WoW has always had a story, but story has never been the foremost focus of the developers. It's always been gameplay first, and then story second, right? It's always kind of been the philosophy with WoW. With this World Soul Saga thing, they're prioritizing story first, and the gameplay will be built around the story. A much more FF14-like game design philosophy. That is big. Does this mean they will do what FF14 did and reboot the game, or will they do a WoW 2? They are almost certainly going to do a WoW 2 reboot type thing at the end of the final game, or the final expansion of the trilogy, which is literally called The Last Titan. That might be the most final sounding title I've ever heard. And they specifically referred to the final expansion as, quote-unquote, finishing this whole thing. So I think it's pretty likely, especially when you see this trailer. If you know anything about WoW lore, then you'll know how, like, this is it of a storyline this 3-parter is going to be. I keep hearing about... Oh, shit. Nope. I keep hearing about WoW Retail. What is it? WoW Retail is WoW Modern, like current World of Warcraft, the current content, as opposed to WoW Classic, which is the re-release of classic versions of WoW that people go and they play for, like, nostalgia, and because, you know, that content is no longer relevant in the current game, right? Anyway. Here we go! This is the trailer. I'm so excited. After this, we'll get into segments. Buying FF14 now? You don't have to buy it. There's a massive free trial. Wait, I think I've sped up the video. Hold on. I have this thing. Oh, wait, no, I didn't. I don't think I did. Yeah, I didn't. Okay. Sorry, I have an add-on that makes it so if I hold down the left click button on the screen for too long, it, like, fast forwards and speeds up the video. It's weird. This is all cinematic, by the way. None of this is live action. This is all just Blizzard fucking flexing their cinematic team. Remember the Warcraft 3 Reforged fiasco? Yeah. Also, this is the first project coming out of World of Warcraft since they got acquired by Microsoft. They've been acquired from Activision to Microsoft, which is a pretty big deal. And also Chris Metzen is back, so... And the game has been better than ever lately, so there's all good signs for this expansion. Also, the literal fucking Hydaelyn stand-in, calling Anduin's name.
You're here to tell me we don't get to hide. Is that it?
You needed time. We stayed away. But time by itself heals nothing.
You didn't just come here for me. It's
This is cinematic, Laffy boy. The game doesn't look like this.
You've seen them.
Like, graphically. The graphics of WoW are good. They're just, like, cartoony. Like Fortnite. They're stylized.
Something, someone, is calling out from the heart of the world. Like a voice from a dream. Something dark is coming, Anduin. The world needs your light again. My son.
He looks like Arthas.
I am not that person anymore! I have no light. Not after what I've seen. Not after what I've done.
You are not your past, Anduin. I trust you.
This is the leader in the Horde and the leader of the Alliance, by the way. This is a pretty clear message: the faction war is over.
Hear me.
They're getting worse.
They added Heidelin to my WoW.
Look. Whatever's coming, I'll stand with you. Of course I will. But we were drawn here by the voice. Who is it, Thrall? Who's calling out to us?
It's Heidelin, what do you mean?
I'm not sure yet. But that sword was aimed at someone.
Finally. Finally. The War Within is part 1. It's gonna be dope. The first expansion of the trilogy is The War Within. We are eating good, my friends. We are eating good. We are eating good. Warframe reference? No. Any interest in the ongoing race to World First in Retail WoW while we are on the topic? My eye level is 435. I'll let you guess if I'm currently anywhere near interested or contending in World First anything in WoW retail. I am not that much of a WoW player, okay? I've got like a handful of friends who play retail. I can't even do non-LFR raiding. You know, I'm not even in a guild. I'm like a lone fucking stray dog in retail WoW. I'm just a fucking like roaming vagabond degenerate motherfucker who can't even do non-LFR raids because I don't have like a non-pug. I can't get into a pre-made, so it's just like I can't get my item level that high. I can't do mythics. I can't do any of the fun content. Now, if only the goddamn game looked like that trailer, can they stop doing that? Well, or either A, you want Blizzard to stop making those amazing cinematics, or B, you want them to make the game look how the cinematics do, which isn't really possible. Like that, there is no game that looks like those cinematics. And even if there were, it couldn't be an MMO. The whole point of MMOs is that they're massively multiplayer online RPGs. Probably a few years off. We're way more than a few years off. Way more than a few years off from that. From having an MMO that looks like that. Way further off from having a game that looks like that. Just period. World of Warcraft's graphics are nice. Emerald Dream World of Warcraft. The kind of people who say that World of Warcraft has bad graphics are the kind of people who think that, like, Fortnite's graphics are bad. Like, there are unironically people who can't tell the difference between stylized graphics and bad graphics. This photo is grainy as fuck. This is a picture of the newest area in World of Warcraft retail. This is the Emerald Dream, and that's the new world tree. Sorry for spoilers if anyone's not gotten there yet and they're playing through Dragonflight. This is not bad graphics. Just because the graphics are cartoony does not make the graphics bad. That looks epic, what? Yeah, but there are people who say that WoW has bad graphics because they don't see it as like, it doesn't look like Call of Duty, right? Like, there are a lot of people who are just so brain dead and so NPC brained that they judge what is good game graphics based on how the newest Call of Duty game that year looks, and they compare it to that. And if it doesn't look like that, then it has bad graphics. Call of Duty doesn't look good, don't worry. Okay, the same person who's complaining about WoW's graphics says Call of Duty doesn't even look good, so we got a real stickler here. The gaming community is truly filled with some of the most NPC-brained people I've ever seen. I am surprised that, like, the gaming industry is capable of existing with, like, such low IQ people making the decisions as to whether or not they crack open their wallet to pay for a game. Although, to be fair, some of the worst gaming, like, practices ever are what are taking off in the gaming industry right now. Like, gaming is getting really bad with a lot of what's going on in the industry. So, I mean, with how dumb gamers are, I mean, they're the ones cracking open their wallets for bad practices and bad games, so it makes sense. Yeah, with all the layoffs and stuff, people are willing to pay for, like, complete slop. All right. Fallout is more friendly than the COD and GTA community. The older I get, the more I genuinely grow an unironic bigotry and hatred for gamers. Not even like the stereotypical, like, racist right-wing gamer, but like just gamers, like people who play video games and have opinions on video games. Like, the older I get, the more I realize that, like, people, especially people who've made a career out of critiquing games, 9 out of 10 times are just some of the most brain-dead people you will ever encounter on the internet. It is just sad. T lost a lot. Oh, wait, I already read that, Dono. No Chump Change, thank you for the tier 1 sub. I really appreciate it. Thank you for the $5. Said this vid is ridiculously accurate for LSD and shrooms. Okay, let's check this out. Well, you didn't send me a video. You sent me a search page. And it's Stevo, don't try acid. The top result is from a copyrighted thing, so I can't play that. But thank you for the donation. I appreciate it, No Chump Change. Hold up. I think I missed a big dono. Hold on a second. Fiarl with the extra $100 donation 37 minutes ago. I'm so sorry I missed that. Holy crap. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Said PSA, a roofie is rohypnol or flunitrazepam. Generally speaking, any bartender will love to let you watch them make the drink, but no creep will want you to pay attention. Bigger issue is bigger cities, but even on my island of 1,500 peeps, it's a thing. Oh, no, I'm not talking about the bartender roofieing you. I'm talking about people at the bar roofieing you. Like, you have to watch your drink when it's, like, in your possession, and like, you're not paying attention to it. Obviously, no one should have to do this, right? Like, no one should have to. But you still should, you know? Like, I don't want anybody to get roofied and sexually assaulted, so look out for yourself, please. Anyway, thank you so much for that dono. That is actually immense. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. I just updated the dono goal. Thank you guys so much for your support so far. You guys are really on top of it today. Before I've even started segments, raising $215. That is so impressive. Thank you guys so goddamn much. No, we have not hit the goal, guys. We're still 75, or no, 85%, 85% of the way off. Or $85 off, not 85% of the way off, my bad. Alright, everybody. Let's start our first segment, and we'll start it with a funny one.
All right, what's going?
Let me see. Okay. Okay, everybody. You all know what to do when I say action, right? 3, 2, 1, action. Okay, so the other night, I was scrolling through Twitter and witnessed something going down that I did not expect to see, not in a million years. Now, for a little background, I have been a Minecraft player since 2010, late 2010. I played it for a very long time. It has been... I've played it for over a decade, well over a decade at this point. I've watched Minecraft YouTube for over a decade. I grew up on the shit, right? It's an integral part of my life, so I'm relatively tapped into the Minecraft YouTube community. And if you know anything about the Minecraft YouTube community, then you know about Dream. He is, or at least was, the biggest Minecraft YouTuber for the last 5 or so years, 4 or so years maybe. And he's kind of dominated Minecraft YouTube. Now, he's had quite a few dramas come around. He was a Minecraft speedrunner, but then became a very large Minecraft content creator. But he was still doing speedruns, even though they were just kind of a thing he did on the side and wasn't making anywhere near as much money or notoriety off of as just his videos. Now, eventually, he ended up getting caught cheating. After a lot of back and forth, he ended up admitting to cheating, claimed it was an accident that he cheated. No one believes this. That has to be possibly the least bad drama Dream has ever gotten himself involved in, though. You see, Dream has several times been accused of grooming minors. Many of these scenarios have been proven false, like false allegations. Some have been not quite proven false and not quite proven true, if that makes sense. However, 1 or 2, let's just say he was never able to respond to in a way that satisfied most of the internet. And it's very suspicious that there are people who claim to be victims of him having, you know, sexually, like, sexted them when they were underage, and he knew that, and he was over the age of 18. It seems really sus. At this point, most of the internet seems to agree that Dream has groomed minors. Which is why it was really fucking funny when someone by the name of Nicholas Cantu, or Canto, I don't know exactly how his name is pronounced, was seen dunking on Dream on Twitter. You see, Nicholas Cantu is most known for voicing Gumball Watterson in the Cartoon Network show The Amazing World of Gumball, but he also is a streamer. I don't know if he streams much anymore, but he was a pretty, like into the streaming world about 3 years ago when Dream was really blowing up and MCYT was at its peak. This is like a compilation of clips of him, and you'll very quickly be able to tell this is Gumball's voice actor.
Step right in, I'm here to invent. I'm an innovative baby, change the world. Bunch of 500 for you kissed a girl. I'm pimp, you're a nerd. I'm slick, you're cheesy. Being you is apple too easy.
69 Sam 420 is the best crafter alive. If you don't play the craft, you don't get the shaft. Okay, Obama. Alert sound to like a creeper hissing. Just to...
Oh! Whoa! God! Where do we go? We're so dead.
No.
Dude, they got...
Where's the clip of him saying, "I will abolish the middle class"? Oh, it'll be here, right? This is gonna be it? Yeah, this'll be it. This is gonna be it.
Hey, you shut your fucking mouth! Thank you.
Very good. Okay. At one point he said, "I will abolish the middle class" in the Gumball voice, and it was, it became a meme. It became a really big meme, okay? Oh, he also voices probably one of my favorite Walking Dead characters, Elton. I don't know if you guys have seen him in the Walking Dead spinoff, World Beyond, but he is probably one of my favorite characters because he was smart enough to just be like, what if I just wore a 3-piece suit made of material that people can't bite through? So he wears a 3-piece corduroy suit that zombies just cannot bite through. Only his face, head, neck, hands, and I guess technically his feet are exposed. And like some of like his chest here. So he is like very protected. Darwin is better? Yeah, Darwin's pretty cool. But we're talking about Walking Dead, okay? We're talking about Walking Dead right now. All right. Listen. Nicholas Cantu, very cool. Which is why it was a surprise to see him dunking on Dream on Twitter the other night. Now, I knew they knew each other because of the whole Minecraft YouTube thing, but let's just say, you know what? I'm not even going to lead into it anymore. All right? I'm not even going to lead into it anymore. I'm just going to play this Optimus video. You see, Optimus made a video going over everything and summarizing the whole beef. I'm sure he gives some of his own commentary. Frankly, I don't care. I'm more interested in his summary of what happened. And I just want to give my thoughts on some things, because let's just say some accusations get made that I think entail the commentary of a lefty debate bro YouTuber. Let's go ahead and take a look at this summary. Fill me in, Optimus. Optimus is, like, very weird politically. He tends to be sort of an enlightened centrist, but actually, you know, like actually a centrist. Like, I've seen him have really good takes on like dunking on bigotry and people who are like bigoted, but I've also seen him have like bad takes on like being anti-woke or whatever. It's really weird. He's kind of a griller. I don't know where exactly to put him politically. I think he might just be an unironic centrist, so can't really complain too much.
Alright, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video here on the channel, and today we're going to be doing, I guess, kind of an update to the whole Dream situation, right? Because, as I said in my last video, kind of talking about this whole thing, right? Dream has been going on Twitter and basically just debating with, it seems like, anyone and everyone except for people who are asking him to actually address the allegations of grooming minors and whatnot. So, Dream has gotten into, I guess, the only way I can really put it is like an internet feud / like band for band argument almost with this Nicholas Cantu dude who was a voice actor in The Amazing World of Gumball. I guess they're trying to have a who is the worst person on the internet off. I don't know. They're like trying to break each other down and expose each other. So honestly, just an insane situation after everything we've already kind of seen. And before we even get into this video, I want to point out that these kinds of examples right here are exactly why I do my best to avoid like going to hang out with YouTubers in real life, like going to LA or VidCon or whatever, right? Because all of the people that you see online, I guess even probably myself to a certain extent, it's all just a bunch of bullshit, man. Like, you don't really know these people. You're not really fucking friends with them like that in most instances. You don't really know who they are in private, right? There are some legitimate scumbags out there in the creator community, right?
Okay, all right. I care less about the commentary. I'm more concerned about the summary.
Basically, Dream and this Nicholas Cantu have been going back and forward, and it's been bad, right? Because for Nicholas Cantu, at least, this video got leaked by Dream, where he is just... I don't even really know how to adequately describe this video. I mean, this is, it's homophobic, I guess. Anti-Semitic, maybe a word for it. Wild, egotistical, I really don't know. It's almost like hearing a Kanye West interview clip, actually, man. I mean, you could take all of the audio from this video, bro, and you could overlap it with like a Kanye West vocal AI, and bro, you could make a...
Okay, Optimus, please. Please, man. I get it. I get it. Okay, hold on, do we even have to... Is the Optimus video even worth watching? I feel like we might as well just go over the tweet thread. Here, Cherry, you can just cut out the bit where we watch the Optimus video. I'll just go over the tweet thread. I feel like it'd just be better, because it's a back and forth of tweets. Okay, Tipster. Cool, okay. Very good. Very neat. Let me bring up the memes, guys. Let me get the memes up. I swear YouTube is actually, or not YouTube, Twitter has made their search function worse. Like, actually. One moment, chat. Okay. All right, guys. I have the entirety of the tweet interaction as it went down brought up, guys. Okay, are you all ready for this? It all started when a Dream impersonation account named Dream Was Stalin tweeted out a picture of Dream and captioned it, "Who want me?" Nicholas Cantu simply replied, "I want you dead," and received 40,000 plus one, or 39,000 plus mine, likes for that. Possibly one of the most based replies ever. I think, he didn't know this was a, I don't think he knew this was a parody account, but I don't think that really changes much. The fake account replies, "Blocked," with a picture of him, and it's captioned 20 years old. Of Nicholas Cantu, and it's captioned 20 years old, implying that, like, he's blocking him because of the age, implying, you know, it's like, the impersonation account is joking about Dream being a pedo, right? And then, if we go back, Nicholas Cantu quote tweets this, saying, "Bro, when you're an actual pedophile, you can't joke about being a pedophile." And then, like, does middle fingers, 2 middle fingers, and, like, the crying emoji. Very good. Very clear. I don't think that he's noticed that this is a parody account yet. Dream quote tweets Nicholas Cantu at this point. The actual Dream, not the fake Dream, the actual Dream quote tweets him with a bit of a paragraph. You are replying to a fake account. I am not a pedophile, no matter how much you joke, but you are a shitty, terrible human. You physically assaulted me, said the N-word and other slurs, verbally berated an Uber driver saying, that's why I'm a famous movie star and you're an Uber driver, and they were just trying to help you not get arrested, calling them the R slur and saying your IQ is among geniuses and making racist remarks towards them. Then you apologized in Twitter DMs to me because, quote, you were drunk and high. You said you should never treat anyone like that, regardless of circumstance. Crazy how the voice actor from Dora the Explorer, I always said Explorer for some reason, because it rhymes? I don't know. Gumball and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is being racist and replying to fake Dream accounts in his free time. Photo in case he deletes. I will say hilarious that this guy shit talks cancel culture, but is actively baiting to try to get this guy's, like, voice acting career destroyed, essentially. And that includes a photo in case he deletes. Next, Nicholas Cantu quote tweets him again with this tweet. You're unable to view this post because I guess Dream, like, locked down his account or something. Maybe blocked me. I don't even know. Nicholas Cantu quote tweets him saying, 1. Yes, I slapboxed you in front of the hose. 2. Yes, I was an asshole to the Uber driver. I was wasted and it wasn't cool, which is why I tipped him a lot of money and have been cutting back on drinking. 3. Yes, I called you fat and a predator. He's spot on about basically everything except the racial slur and me saying the N-word. I don't do that shit, won't say that shit ever. Hire a Harvard professor to calculate why despite texting every Twitch streamer in Austin, not a single one wanted to fuck you. Dream replies, not engaging with your bad faith roasts. You did everything I said and also all the things you admitted to. If I am, as far as I know, sorry, that's what AFIAIK stands for. I fucking hate acronyms, dude. As far as I know, you tipped him nothing, too. Not that tipping would excuse anything. You threatened my life, hit me, then shut the fuck up and apologized when I hit back. Grow up. Hey man, hope you had a good night last night, but I don't feel right knowing I was dogging on you like a cane corso. No chihuahua shit, I was coming for your neck. So I wanted to apologize for hitting you, and I think I slapped you once, which was totally out of line. Even as a joke, that shit isn't right, so I apologize deeply for that one. But yeah, man, I was drinking and smoking weed. Anyway, yeah, I don't know why it cuts off there. Like, this is... I feel like this is a very weird amount for it to zoom in and cut off. It's a little odd. Anyways, yeah, I expected you to be this little asshole dickhead with no morals, but I saw last night that you are very humble, grounded, and a decent man who can roll with the punches. I know you understand the importance of your stature and influence in the inherent world, internet world, so to see you having to deal with that so young is something I relate to in my life. If there's any bad blood at all, I want to clear the air and make sure you're good, because I've never been a man to take enemies, and the violent manner in which we were interacting isn't something I want to recur in my life. With good humans I meet like you, and on the allegation shit, I truly will never know who is right and who is lying on that, but I know that having lies and rumors spread about you is awful and really fucks you big time, so apologies for sticking on that for so long and saying it in the front of strangers, like in the Uber. What the fuck, dude? I'm a lil gaybo, lol. Anyways, man, I hope you still enjoyed yourself at the party, and I'm glad you pulled through. And then it cuts off because he didn't include the rest. Very interesting. The Dream doesn't include all the entire screenshots here. Like, it's a little weird. Not gonna nitpick too much, but you know, just saying that it's a thing. You know, it's a thing. Maybe worth acknowledging. But after that, Dream ends up replying to all of this on his main account, his @Dream account on Twitter, his big one, where he makes his big expose post, where he includes the video of what he claims happened. Alrighty. Now, for a little background, apparently, Nicholas Cantu is verified BPD, bipolar depressive disorder, and this was a, like he was like, what's the term for it? Spiraling? Like, when somebody with BPD is, like, kinda not in their right mind for a little bit. Apparently he was having one of those moments, and he was also drunk and high. Here's the thing, though. Nicholas Cantu is 20 years old right now. So he was at the oldest 20 years old when this video takes place, and he was apparently high and drunk. And Dream was possibly of age, hanging out with him while he was high and drunk, possibly getting high and drunk with him. Not exactly the type of behavior you want to be doing with, like, someone who is under the legal age for that type of thing. The video's from 2 months ago, according to Dream? Okay. Regardless, let's take a look at the video. I haven't seen it yet, but one thing I will say is the idea that Dream filmed this video and held on to it for months as blackmail, or as dirt that he could, like, drop when it's convenient for him. This wasn't something Dream recorded because he wanted justice, right? It is one of the most obvious attempts at character assassination that was pre-planned and premeditated and sat on for a long time. Like, he didn't release this for justice. He didn't release this for, like, you know, making sure people are safe. He released this as, like, a gotcha. And he held on to it. Because as we know, and as was revealed from this, Dream is extremely, extremely petty. Or, sorry, borderline personality disorder, not bipolar disorder. I'm very sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not a psychologicalist, okay? It's not my wheelhouse. Anyway, here's the video. The consensus from this video seems to be quite unanimously that Nicholas Cantu is based. So this is the Uber driver. This is Gumball, Nicholas Cantu, and the person holding the camera is Dream. So let's watch.
They're going to arrest your ass.
Yeah, of course.
Right? When he came back, what was the first thing he told you? He got out.
He said, listen,
he said, if you get out, I'm a what? God, I was trying to tell you that before you even started talking to him.
Yeah, before I tell you.
Listen to somebody who has experience in life. If I'm putting you on game, right?
Yeah.
See, you still never mind.
Go.
No, I'm not going.
So you're asking why?
I'm not going because you're manipulating. The same thing you say you not want to do or you've been through.
Dream claims on Twitter he wasn't the one recording, but I can't tell if he's just backpedaling. I'm pretty sure he was recording. There's no reason he would have the video if it wasn't him. Anyway, one little detail I think I want to add. A lot of you guys in chat are gay, so I feel like this kind of just makes sense to most of you. And I've known and hung out with a lot of gay people in private. Nicholas Cantu, I believe, is bi. Like, he referred to himself as a little gaybo. He has described himself as LGBT, has been open about being LGBT in the past. I don't know if you've ever... He's pan? Okay, sorry, pansexual. I don't know if you've ever been around gay people, but they love saying the F slur, okay? They love saying the F slur. They love calling themselves the F slur, calling each other the F slur, describing things as the F slur. It's just a thing gay people do. The F slur will be almost entirely taken back by the LGBT community by like 2030. I'm pretty positive of this. I'm pretty sure that by the year 2030, the F slur is like practically going to be taken back to the same level that queer has been. Yeah, like unironically. I've heard the F slur in the last 5 years used by gay people in like a sort of like irreverent, like haha, gay people joking around kind of way. I've heard it in that context more in the last 5 years than I have in, like, a bigoted context. And I consume a lot of bigoted, like, conservative content for the sake of, like, covering it, you know? Just thought I'd throw that in.
You're doing the exact same shit. And you're using all these bullshit excuses of why you're still fucking up. So you're the type of person, you're gonna have to bump your fucking head for you to learn. So when somebody who is older than you,
I want to tell you right now, you are Australopithecus Cro-Magnon rock fucking stupid. You're retarded, you're fucking Down syndrome, I don't give a fuck. You do not understand that your literacy level needs to be brought up from the fucking Mariana Trench, and you have a
He is very drunk.
issue with your intelligence.
And not well at the moment.
Ants come at me, it'll take 10,000, 100,000 of them to take me down. So that's how minuscule you are to my size, right? My stature of intelligence, character, body, and reverence in the world. 1K is better.
It almost feels like he's trying... It almost feels like he's memeing, right? Like, I get that drunk and high people do kind of behave this way, especially when manic, but, like, it's very clear that he's tapping into his, like, comedic talent and trying to be funny. He's not just saying, you're irrelevant, I'm more relevant than you. He's also trying to do it in a funny way. Yeah, he's, like, memeing a bit. Obviously, this is unacceptable behavior. Just memeing isn't an excuse, but you can tell he is, to an extent, like, not taking this seriously, if that makes sense.
For this pussy who doesn't want to give away his millions. Are you Jewish? No, man, because I'm gonna do movies, stand-up comedy, everything, all this shit. Music, whatever the fuck, e-commerce. You don't understand that you're talking to...
Wait, why'd he... Okay. Hold on. Dream tried to claim that he was being anti-Semitic. And then he asks... And when Nicholas Cantu asks, are you Jewish? It then immediately cuts to imply that's where he stops. But then what it cuts to is him talking about getting into comedy and media. So I think he was making a joke about Jewish people being into, like, the media sphere and, like, comedy, which is, you know, objectively true. Like, there is a, like, that disproportionate, like, thing. But I don't know if it was, like, him being anti-Semitic. I think it was just him making a joke. Nick is Jewish? Yeah. Like, I don't know if you've ever met Jewish comedians, but one of their favorite bits is making jokes about Jewish comedians. I don't know. Maybe I'm being too charitable. Maybe I'm being too charitable, but him uploading a literally edited video, and it also being Dream, you know, lends me to have a bias here, okay?
Are you Jewish? No, man, because I'm gonna do movies, stand-up comedy, everything, all this shit. Music, whatever the fuck, e-commerce. You don't understand that you're talking to...
Yeah, he actually asked if he's Jewish to try to gatekeep. He's like, wait, are you Jewish? Oh, you're not? Yeah, you're not gonna get anywhere in this world. Sorry. I'm going to be huge. Well, he was actually being the opposite of anti-Semitic, and that's what Dream cut out. He was asking, are you Jewish? Dream said no, and then Nicholas Cantu replied, you're not gonna get anywhere then. I am, and so I'm gonna blow up, but you're gonna be nothing. Be careful, Dream's of-age army of Discord kittens are gonna dislike bomb this video. I hope they do. Dude, if Dream fans mass dislike my video, it is going to be so in the algorithm. For every Dream lover, there is like 5 Dream haters that will find my video, okay? Like, that'll be very good for the channel.
To, like, a Michelangelo of my time. Right? Like, I'm a genius, Albert Einstein level history bookmaker. You're gonna be forgotten like the dust in the sand when you're in the fucking Sahara and there's 100 million, 1,000 billion fucking sand particles. You're gonna be one of those, and I'm gonna be a statue erected in gold. So understand that. I am like this because ADHD, autism, neurodivergent.
I have ADHD as well.
Right, but because you said that's what the mask is, I think you're a faggot, alright? So that's what...
He was just so real for that. I'm sorry. He was so fucking real for that. I'm sorry. He just was. Like, it's really hard when the person who he's shit-talking through most of the video, there's a good chance is actually a groomer, you know? Like, it's kind of hard to not side with Nicholas Cantu here, right? It's a little difficult. When he drops a fire, like, hit like that.
I'm neurodivergent.
I have ADHD as well.
Right, but because you said that's what the mask is, I think you're a faggot, alright? So that's why.
He's
really
cooking.
Cool dream, I still want to fight you. And all of the shit that's happened tonight, it's not going to make it a fucking, like, brutal marauder. I'm not going to be a brutal marauder. I'm going to, like, literally, like, either you're going to be paralyzed or you're going to be dead. Like, I'm serious.
Okay, man. Can you fight?
Oh, of course, yeah.
Tyrell, I apologize.
Oh my God, I'm good. I know, and I'm sorry for
I met him tonight.
Yeah, you can end the video now. Thanks for watching. Cantu Network on all socials. Tune your sets.
I am pretty certain that Dream lied about Nicholas Cantu saying the N-word. The fact that Dream accused Nick of saying the N-word, and then Nick specifically said, I did the other stuff you said, but I didn't say the N-word. I don't say that shit. That's not something I've said. And then Dream uploaded a video with evidence of all the stuff except for him saying the N-word, tells me, yeah, I think Dream added that extra stuff in, like the anti-Semitism and the racism. And honestly, the homophobia wasn't even there. The thing that he did wrong there, to be completely honest, was being so, like, unprofessional and misbehaving in such a way, for lack of a better term, in public and with, like, the Uber driver. Like, the Uber driver was forced to deal with that whole situation. So yeah, that was some jackass behavior. Obviously, spiraling moment. But, like, Dream has become so unlikable as a figure online that, like, the whole, like, taking the victim thing doesn't work. And the fact that this all started with people not liking Dream because Dream is pretty heavily believed to be a groomer of children or of underage fans, and Dream replied by trying to, like, cancel and destroy the career of Nicholas Cantu by dropping some dirt he'd sat on for months. That just makes Dream look worse. Now everyone knows at the very least that Dream is a spiteful asshole who holds on to dirt in order to, like, be ready to hurt people who don't, like, stay in lockstep with him. Zan, is this your reaction to the video? What is this, Cherry? Yeah, pretty much this, yeah. Wow. Base. Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Yeah. That is the only correct reaction to this. Does anyone have the photo? Where's the photo of Dream after... He posted a photo of him of himself where he was supposedly, like, beat up after that night where Nicholas Cantu had beat him up. Let's see if I can find the photo. Nope, it's not coming up. Why not? Why not? Why not, Twitter? It'd be super cool if you would show me the tweet that I know is on this timeline somewhere. Go hard as fuck if you do that so I can wrap up the segment. Or I can just end it now. Alright, it's not coming up. Chat, you guys got anything for me? No links? Nope. No help from chat? Okay. In that case, that is where I will end the segment. Nah, chat's unproductive as usual? Cool. Alright. With that said, that is where I will end the segment. I would have liked to show the Dream beat up after effect, but I cannot find it. And despite having 525 people here, chat cannot find it either. So we are going to follow the rules that I have established for the chat, where if they don't provide links, then I just end the segment. Thank you for watching. You guys just got cucked out of a nice segment ending. It might have gotten deleted. It would be somewhere up on YouTube. Listen, I have to punish you guys when you don't provide clips to me or links to me with no content. That way you guys know, holy shit, if I don't get a link to Zan, he's not just going to wait there forever for me to provide links, or just like sit there for 20 minutes silently looking for it on his own. He'll just straight up end the segment and scrap it. Like, we actually have to, like, be a chat that's proactive, you know? They deleted it? I wonder why. We did look. Yeah, but you didn't find it. So the segment is what it is. If Cherry can make it a workable segment, it'll go up on YouTube, but if not, then it won't. Did you see Tipster respond to the Ripaverse comment on your dunking on Eric July? Is Ripaverse, like, Ripaverse is just like an orbiter of young Ripa, right? Like, they have barely any viewers and got ratioed to hell. I don't really care about what they said. I didn't even watch their video. Anyway, Transgender Girl 420, thank you for the 5 Tier 1 gifted subs. Hot damn, thank you so goddamn much. That is a lot. That's, like, that's 50 bucks right there. Hot damn, thank you. Holy crap, thank you for the $50 dues. Thank you so much to Mr. Muffintops, Borealis, Poigster, Hunter.me, and Hurin Shonen. I hope they all appreciate the gifted subs. Thank you so much. Said K Comrade Zendergod. White names be gone. No white names in our chat. Zandergod K Comrade. Thank you so much for the 5 Tier 2 gifted subs. I really appreciate it. White names be gone indeed. Thank you so much. Nope, it's already too late for links, by the way, guys. Once I've clicked that stop recording button, there is no, it's too late. Segment's done. If Cherry can't make a workable segment out of it, it doesn't go up. When I tell you guys the countdown has begun to get a link, and the countdown has begun. I know I may seem a little harsh for it, but, like, you have to understand I'm a small streamer. Like, you guys have watched streamers before, right? Like, you watch a larger streamer, and if they need a link, or they need a piece of info that they need at this moment, or it's going to completely ruin the pacing of their stream, chat always provides it. There's so many people in the chat that there's someone there who's got it on hand and can provide it. My community is still so relatively small that there's just not enough people here that I can guarantee that someone will just provide a link or tell me what to do in a game if I'm stuck or whatever it may be. So, like, I have to actively bully you guys into participating in that, right? Otherwise, I will literally never find the source that I need. Like, I just never will, or I'll spend like 20 minutes silently sitting there as my viewers leave, like, looking for it. So, yeah. Son of a bitch. Vape died. There goes the last of my nicotine. I'll have to use these almost empty ones. Oof, these things are running fucking dry. Yeah. Honestly, with my running out of vapes, I might end the stream early today. No? Well, you guys, my vape is empty. Anyway, XLR, thank you for the Tier 1 gift sub to Puppy from Los Andes. I really appreciate it. Thank you for the $5. Very kind of you. Very based. Said, add another 5 and also death to the white names. True. Death to the white names. Thank you. Let me update the dono goal really quick. I don't know how early I'll wrap up stream today, but almost certainly a little earlier. Whenever I have to end a segment early because I don't get a link, it always kind of ruins my mood. Kind of ruins the stream for me. Oh, not weed, nicotine. I mean, I've got nicotine, it's just, you know, kind of crap. Anyway. We'll see if Cherry can make that a workable segment. I had to prepare topics today all on my own. So, I kind of had to, like, in a massive fucking rush today because, like, my mom's also visiting, so that didn't really... I didn't have a lot of time before stream. I had to, like, rush to find topics to cover, and getting all the links necessary for segments is really hard, and sometimes I rely on chat. If I have Cherry's help, it's usually easier, but Cherry massively slept in today, and yesterday, which is also why I didn't stream yesterday. Most days that I don't stream, it's because Cherry didn't help me with segments, to be fair. Not putting the blame on Cherry. But I can't gather all the segments alone. And it's more so that I don't want to stream unless I've got enough good segments together, and I can't do it alone. I need 2 people to get, like, the resources necessary, and Cherry's just Cherry's human, not always gonna be there when I'm there, and some days Cherry's there and ready and has everything done, but I'm not 100% there and ready. So, like, we both have to be at 100% in order for, like, everything to work smoothly. So some days I'm sick, and Cherry's fine. Some days Cherry sleeps in, and I'm there, and, like, we don't have topics ready. And so that kind of fucks things up a bit. But we're trying to get things a little bit more streamlined. Unfortunately, 2 human beings have different, like, needs, health, like, all that kind of stuff. Sleep schedules, and that can make things difficult. Especially with prepping for streams. And I don't even go live if I don't have the proper prep done. This one's dead too. Fuck me. Yeah, if I'm completely out of nicotine, I'm just gonna end stream. Yeah. Oh, there goes my lights. Wow, what... A lot of things just telling me right now I should just end stream. A lot of things telling me right now I should just end stream. Holy crap, the universe has never been more loud and screaming, just end the stream, you moron. Holy crap. My lights fucking shut off. They timed out. Yeah. I think I'll probably wrap up here. I'm not really in the mood to continue. One sec, chat. Yeah, I was asking to see if I could get a ride to the vape store instead of having to walk, because it's kind of nighttime and cold, and I'd rather not walk, but unfortunately, my mom is not willing to give me a ride to the vape store, so I'm just gonna have to walk. But, yeah, I'm going to... Does he know he's addicted? Of course I know I'm addicted. What, do you think I'm stupid? Have you heard me talk about, like, addiction and substance stuff before? Yes, nicotine is addictive, of course. But yeah. I'm gonna do my best to stay warm. I'll pack some of those hand warmer things I have. They're nice. You put them in your pockets and they keep you warm. I'm gonna wrap up stream here though. I'm sorry, but my vapes died. It sucks, but it really do be like that. And also, I'm already very stressed from the last segment, so I've like very much couldn't finish the stream without nicotine. I'd get very, very much pushed over the edge. I'm sorry, guys, but it happens. I love you all very much. You guys have been great. I appreciate it. You fucking addict, Zan. Yes, I know. I can't function without nicotine. But that said, I love you all very much. Thank you for watching. You've all been amazing today. I love you all very much. And have a good one. Bye, everybody. Bye. Doo-doo fart.